a little bit about computer-assisted qualitative data analysis software, or CACDAS, they call it, CAQDAS, the acronym for it. Again, computer-assisted qualitative data analysis software. I knew I was going to mess that up. So I use a program called MaxQDR. Others can use other things. NVivo is another one people use. There's a couple of other really good software packages out there that researchers use to help gather their data and try to make some good understanding of what it is. So there are several qualitative data analysis packages out there. These products can help you get the most out of your raw data. Again, it can be tedious if you're doing something that's time sensitive. You have a semester that's coming up on you, and whatever it is, or you're doing something within a certain period. You're not doing pure research like out of a company, or you can do years of research. You need to get this thing done quickly. This helps a lot. This helps a lot. It's a game changer in research, but it does have its shortcomings. So let me explain that to you. These products can help you get the most out of your data, and it kind of, excuse me, it kind of works like um, Microsoft. What Microsoft Word does for writing an essay, it gives you the spell check, this and that, does all that good stuff. This thing helps you get through your qualitative data, your raw data. So some qualitative researchers, have criticized this kind of software because it alienates researchers from their data and sometimes causes an overemphasis on the data type or the coding that's executed. For instance, if me as a researcher, I'm doing it by hand, I have a feeling on it. I'm bringing, I'm looking at things from different perspectives because I am human, although my wife thinks differently, but I am human, and I'll make those mistakes. I'll make those adjustments. I'll make those critical thinking points and decisions that a computer really doesn't do for you. The computer is just bits and bytes and binaries and ones and twos, and they're doing a lot of things and if they're going to pick out some words, they're just going to pick out those words. But do they really know the attitudes and things that are going beyond that? So coding really is sort of a double-edged sword here. You have to be careful as a researcher to use it when you need to use it to gather good data, to look at how it's picking up the data and what it's looking for. There could be some things that are prioritized that really don't have anything to do with your work. So you may have to like figure out how to say, okay, that's nice information, but let's push that over here. I'm looking for something else. And the computer does help get a lot of that sort of mundane work out of the way. But predominantly, it works well, um, but you have to be careful. It does help increase the productivity. Obviously, you get a lot more done, and it helps with reliability. You might miss something that the computer will pick up, and it keeps consistency going. So it'll be consistent on what it's whatever you put in it, it's going to give you what you need to get out of it. And it's very good as far as being transparent. So once you've completed your coding passes and end up with a set of patterns you've identified in your data, you'll have to combine or adjust codes, like I said, along the way to make sure that these things are exactly what your initial intentions were. So you still have to do some work. You just can't put it in a computer and spit out a paper. You're gonna have to do some work behind it. All the computer does is helps you um, tease out a lot of that information and puts it in categories for you that you can work with, and it just speeds up the process. You still have to make a lot of decisions on what's important and what's not important. You may have made some comparisons between perspectives in each sample, or indeed between samples, to get a clearer sense of the range of the views that's emerging in your data. In addition, you should start making connections. You can start making connections to key ideas from your literature review. A lot of that coding can actually, you can start seeing things. Oh, I saw this in a theoretical concept that I saw in another paper that I read. Let me look at that even further. So these things might help you start pointing in the right direction. This coding process, and these are the first crucial steps in developing a systematic analysis of your data. However, there's still several more steps you need to take in your qualitative analysis to ensure a robust and hopefully wonderfully and insightful paper or write-up. So let's talk about write-up analysis next.